For 5 years, Texas home builders built homes so fast, they literally could not pour the concrete quick enough. Brand new master plan communities opened across the Austin suburbs, the Dallas-Fort Worth far north, and the Houston outer ring. Buyers showed up with cash offers before the house was even framed. That story is absolutely true. But inside that story, the math has completely changed. What the real estate agents and the developers are not putting on the billboard right now is that in specific Texas cities, rows of brand new, beautiful homes are sitting entirely empty. They are sitting on the market for months. Model home parking lots are dead quiet. And builder incentives are growing so fast that they are practically begging buyers to sign a contract. Today, we are counting down 10 Texas cities where new homes are sitting empty and builders are panicking. We are not talking about rundown neighborhoods. We are talking about brand new construction where builders are handing out $40,000, $50,000, and even $100,000 in price cuts, free solar packages, and massive mortgage rate buydowns just to survive. If you are a buyer with a strong financial position, the negotiating power has shifted entirely to you. But you have to know exactly where to look. Let us get into it. Number 10, Manor. Starting our list at number 10 is Manor. Manor is a city of about 15,000 people in Travis County, sitting roughly 12 miles east of downtown Austin along Highway 290. Manor is exactly where the Austin Overflow new home wave ran out of runway. And the runway left behind is currently filled with unsold inventory. For most of its history, Manor was just a small agricultural community. But as Austin housing prices pushed outward, Manor became the far eastern landing zone for buyers who were completely priced out of the core metro. National builders filled the city with new master plan communities. During the pandemic, Manor accelerated. Remote workers from the Bay Area bought in. Speculators bought in, but now, the math is broken. Interest rates climbed. Property tax bills on new Manor homes came in shockingly high, with some effective tax rates running past 2.5% of the assessed value. The Austin downtown commute became expensive in both time and money as return-to-office mandates tightened. Today, builders in Manor are sitting on completed inventory across multiple subdivisions. Rate buydowns, closing credits of $10,000 to $15,000, and outright price reductions of $20,000 to $40,000 on new construction have become standard. The schools are new, the homes are beautiful, but the inventory is just sitting. Number 9, Mont Belvieu. At number 9, we move to the Houston area with Mont Belvieu. This is a city of about 11,000 people in Chambers County, sitting 30 miles east of downtown Houston along Interstate 10. Mont Belvieu is where the Houston Petrochemical Corridor's new home bet met the harsh reality of a softening industrial economy. For decades, Mont Belvieu was anchored by storage facilities, processing plants, and the engineering workforce that operated them. Over the last 15 years, developers followed the job base outward, targeting petrochemical engineers and managers looking for newer construction on larger lots. During the pandemic, prices here climbed incredibly fast. Then, the industry shifted. The petrochemical sector went through waves of layoffs and scope reductions. Environmental regulations, automation, and consolidation chipped away at the high-paying jobs that anchored this specific housing market. On top of that, insurance premiums in Chambers County climbed drastically because of hurricane and flood exposure from the Gulf. Builders in Mont Belvieu are now sitting on completed inventory. To move these houses, they are offering rate buydowns into the low fives and outright price reductions of $30,000 to $50,000. The industrial base is still there, but the high-income buyers who were supposed to fill these homes simply are not arriving. Number 8, Van Alstyne. Moving up to North Texas, number 8 is Van Alstyne. This is a city of about 4,000 people in Grayson County, sitting 60 miles north of downtown Dallas along Highway 75. Van Alstyne is the classic example of where the DFW new home boom pushed past the point of a reasonable commute, and the buyers never materialized. As Dallas-Fort Worth growth pushed relentlessly north through McKinney, Anna, and Melissa, it finally reached the Grayson County line. Van Alstyne became the newest landing zone for national builders looking for raw farmland. They opened brand new master plan communities with an aggressive pitch, buy new construction at a discount, with the theoretical promise that Dallas growth would eventually reach them. During the remote work era, buyers bought the pitch. But today, a Van Alstyne to downtown Dallas commute in morning traffic can easily run over 90 minutes each way. Nobody wants to drive 3 hours a day. Because of this, the buyer pool evaporated. Builders in Van Alstyne are now sitting on multiple new subdivisions filled with completed homes. They are heavily discounting, offering up to $15,000 in closing credits and outright price cuts of $25,000 to $40,000. The streets are brand new, the houses are perfect, but the drive is brutal, and the houses are sitting. 7. Magnolia. At number 7, we enter the luxury market with Magnolia. Magnolia is a city of about 3,000 people in Montgomery County, roughly 40 miles northwest of downtown Houston in the Piney Woods. This is the Houston luxury overflow market where the new home pitch ran into a massive ceiling. As the woodlands filled up, developers pushed luxury master plan communities into Magnolia. Gated golf course communities and luxury estate subdivisions were built for buyers wanting a premium, wooded setting. During the pandemic, speculators and high-income earners arrived, and prices spiked, but then, the Houston luxury segment cooled down. Tech employers tightened hiring. The energy sector slowed. And crucially, insurance premiums in Montgomery County skyrocketed due to flood risks near Lake Conroe and wildfire risks in the pine forests. Builders in Magnolia are now sitting on completed inventory in their highest-end luxury developments. To avoid carrying costs, they are panicking. We are seeing free upgrade packages on premium finishes and outright price reductions ranging from $50,000 to a staggering $100,000 off luxury new construction. It is a buyer's paradise if you have the budget. Number 6, Cypress. Number 6 is Cypress, an unincorporated community of about 200,000 people in Harris County, 25 miles northwest of downtown Houston. Cypress is where the Houston remote work dream violently collided with the return to office memo. And that memo is leaving behind rows of empty new homes. Cypress grew dramatically with massive master plan communities like Bridgeland and Town Lake. Tech and energy professionals bought massive square footage here, assuming they would never have to commute to central Houston again. Then, the energy corridor and tech employers demanded their workers back in the office 3 to 4 days a week. The math on a long commute, combined with 7% interest rates and Harris County property taxes that run close to $15,000 a year on a $600,000 home, completely destroyed the buyer demand. Builders in Cypress are sitting on finished inventory. They are offering rate buy-downs into the low fives and dropping base prices by $25,000 to $50,000. The schools are elite, the communities are gorgeous, but the inventory is just sitting. Number 5, Princeton. If you want to see what overdevelopment looks like, look at number 5, Princeton. A city of 28,000 people in Collin County, 40 miles northeast of Dallas along Highway 380. Princeton is where the exurb new home boom ran into the painful reality of failed infrastructure. National builders poured into Princeton, building affordable tract subdivisions on flat farmland. Remote workers bought in, thinking the commute would be manageable. But Highway 380 through Princeton is an absolute nightmare. The traffic is catastrophic, making the commute to Dallas incredibly expensive in both time and money. Furthermore, severe storm exposure in Collin County has caused home insurance premiums to spike, with some carriers refusing to write new policies entirely. Builders in Princeton are stuck. They are sitting on completed inventory across multiple new subdivisions. To get out, they are offering free landscape bundles, $15,000 in closing credits, and $20,000 to $40,000 price reductions on brand new construction. The buyer pool at the current pricing has gone completely quiet. 4. Hutto. At number 4 is Hutto. A city of 35,000 people in Williamson County, 25 miles northeast of Austin. Hutto is where the massive Samsung semiconductor speculation story collided with reality, leaving thousands of units of inventory behind. When Samsung announced their $17 billion factory in nearby Taylor, developers rushed to build in Hutto to house the anticipated flood of tech workers. Speculators and flippers bought into the hype. But then Samsung delayed initial production timelines. They scaled back hiring. The massive wave of high-paying tech buyers never materialized in the numbers the builders needed. Now, incentive packages have stacked aggressively. Builders are offering free solar packages, rate buy-downs, and outright price reductions of $30,000 to $50,000. Add in the Williamson County property tax rates running well past 2%, and the speculation has completely frozen. The houses are waiting for a workforce that has not arrived. 3. Melissa. At number 3, we have Melissa, a city of 25,000 people in Collin County, 40 miles north of Dallas. Melissa is an incredibly desirable area specifically because of the Melissa Independent School District. Families desperately want these schools, and for a decade, builders could not build fast enough, but builders rushed too many phases into the ground at the exact wrong time. Interest rates climbed. The commute down Highway 75 to Plano and Dallas became a grueling, hour-plus daily endurance test. Today, in the newest sections of Melissa, a majority of finished homes remain entirely unsold. Builders are sitting on massive carrying costs. To stop the bleeding, they are offering $15,000 to $20,000 in closing credits and outright price reductions of $25,000 to $45,000 on new construction. Property taxes and municipal utility district fees here are exceptionally high, which keeps average buyers away. The streets are new, but the inventory keeps stacking up. Number 2, Anna. Number 2 brings us just up the road to Anna, Texas. With 25,000 people in Collin County, Anna is where the far north Dallas construction wave built way faster than the buyer math could actually support. Anna transitioned from a rural farming community to a master-planned suburb almost overnight. Dozens of new subdivisions opened, with brand new schools and parks. But just like Melissa and Princeton, the return to office mandates and the brutal Highway 75 commute destroyed the demand. Builders in Anna are now sitting on completed inventory across almost every single phase that came to market in the last 2 years. Subdivisions of finished homes are sitting with builder signs on the driveways. To move this product, builders are offering rate buy-downs into the low 5% range, free upgrade packages, and price reductions of $30,000 to $50,000. If you are willing to make the drive, you can buy a brand new home in Anna right now for a massive discount. Number 1, Taylor. If you have made it this far, you are about to see the most extreme example of a crashing new build market in the state. Number 1 on this list is Taylor, a city of 17,000 people in Williamson County, 35 miles northeast of Austin. Taylor is ground zero for the Samsung semiconductor crash. When the $17 billion plant was announced, speculators and out-of-state investors lost their minds. They assumed Taylor would become the next Silicon Valley of the South. Builders broke ground on thousands of homes, then the delays hit. Samsung slowed their hiring and pushed back their timelines. The speculative bubble violently popped. The buyer pool that was supposed to absorb all this new construction simply vanished. Today, Taylor has the most concentrated empty inventory in Texas. Entire completed blocks of brand new homes sit with lockboxes on the doors. Some subdivisions look move-in ready from the outside, but are completely vacant on the inside. Because the oversupply is so massive, builder incentives have reached historic, almost unbelievable levels. We are seeing closing credits of $20,000, free solar packages, free upgrades, and outright price reductions of $40,000, $50,000, and even $60,000 off base prices. Those are 10 Texas cities where new homes are sitting completely empty right now. From the massive Samsung speculation bust in Taylor, to the return to office crash in Cypress, and the grueling 90-minute commute traps up in Van Alstyne, the pattern is undeniable. The pandemic pulled housing demand forward by years, and the developers aggressively oversupplied the market. They looked at the 2021 data, where people were waiving inspections and paying $50,000 over asking price, and they assumed that frenzy was the new normal. They bought thousands of acres of farmland, poured the concrete, and built the master-planned communities. But by the time the paint dried in 2026, the math had completely broken, remote work policies tightened, forcing people back onto congested highways. Interest rates stayed stubbornly high. But the biggest shock, the one the real estate agents never talk about, was the property tax bill. Buyers suddenly realized that a $600,000 new build in a Texas municipal utility district does not just come with a mortgage. It comes with a $15,000 to $18,000 annual tax bill that acts like a second mortgage. The buyer pool evaporated. And now, the completed inventory is just sitting. So, what does this mean for you? If you are watching this video, you are likely in one of two positions. you are either thinking about buying in Texas or you already own a home here. Let us address the buyers first. If you are a buyer with a strong financial position, a good credit score, and cash in the bank, I need you to understand something very clearly. This is your moment. The balance of power in the Texas real estate market has shifted entirely to you. But you have to know how to play the game, because the builders are trying to hide their panic. When a national builder is sitting on an entire street of finished, empty homes, they are bleeding cash. They have massive carrying costs. They are paying property taxes on those empty units, they are paying maintenance, and they are paying interest on their own construction loans. Every single day that house sits empty, the builder loses money. They are desperate to get those liabilities off their balance sheet. But if you look on Zillow, you might not see massive price cuts right away. Why? Because builders are terrified of dropping the official base price. If they openly drop the base price of a home by $50,000, they destroy the neighborhood comps and completely infuriate the buyers who bought in the same neighborhood 6 months ago at the higher price. So, they hide the panic in the concessions. If you walk into a sales office in Anna, Melissa, or Hutto today, the first question you should ask is not what is the listing price. The first question must be, what is your aging inventory, and what are you willing to do to move it? Do not pay the sticker price. You demand the $20,000 closing cost credit. You demand the free upgrade packages and the premium lot for free. But most importantly, you demand the mortgage rate buy down. Builders have the capital to buy your interest rate down into the low 5% range. That rate buy down will save you tens of thousands of dollars over the life of your loan, and it makes buying a new construction home mathematically cheaper per month than buying a used home right across the street. And that brings me to the second group of people watching this video, the sellers. If you bought a home in 2021 or 2022 in one of these overbuilt exurbs like Conroe or Princeton, and you are trying to sell it today, you are caught in a massive trap. Think about it from the buyer's perspective. Why would a buyer purchase your 3-year-old used home for $400,000 at a 7% interest rate when the panicking builder right across the street is offering a brand new, never lived in home for $380,000 at a 5% interest rate with a full warranty and free appliances? They will not. You cannot win that competition. The builder's panic is actively destroying your resale equity. This is the reality of the Texas housing market in 2026. It is not just about finding a house with a yard, it is about understanding the macroeconomics that are controlling your neighborhood. Growth without discipline is just construction, and construction without demand is just inventory. Right now, Texas has a massive inventory problem. You will not hear this from your local real estate agent. Their job is to sell you the billboard, collect their 3% commission, and move on. They are not going to tell you about the $18,000 tax trap, the 90-minute commutes, or the master plan communities that are turning into ghost towns. That is exactly why this channel exists. We do not do fluff. We do not sell you sunny neighborhood tours. We track the hard data, we expose the market traps, and we give you the unvarnished truth so you do not make a 30-year financial mistake. If you appreciate real research and want to stay ahead of the Texas real estate crash, you need to hit that subscribe button right now. It is completely free, and it is the single best investment you can make before you sign a contract. Drop a comment down below. Tell me, have you driven through any of these empty neighborhoods? Are you currently trying to negotiate a massive discount with one of these panicking builders? Or did you buy at the peak and now you are feeling the pressure? Let me know your story. I read every single comment. Do your homework, look beyond the Zillow listing, negotiate hard, and I will see you in the next one. The homes are here. The buyers are not. Those are 10 Texas cities where new homes are sitting completely empty. The pandemic pulled housing demand forward by years, and the builders aggressively oversupplied the market. Now, with high interest rates and brutal property taxes, the completed inventory is just sitting. If you are thinking about buying new construction anywhere in Texas right now, the first question you should ask is not, what is the listing price? The first question must be, what is the builder willing to do to move this home? Because right now, they are panicking, and you hold all the leverage. Do your homework. Negotiate hard. And hit that subscribe button right now. We cover the unvarnished truth about Texas real estate every single week with real data, not opinions. Drop a comment below and tell me if you have driven through any of these empty neighborhoods. I read every single one. See you in the next one.